Hey, this is Matt once again. What about another video? This is another paid request, this time for Eelco. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, topics, commentaries, reactions, reviews, re-reviews, whatever it may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box under this video. Now, this is for Hustle for 2022, which I believe debuted on Netflix. And it's an Adam Sandler film where it's much more of a serious role for him. And I've said before, I think that's the direction Adam Sandler should go in. Because his comedy just got... And this is coming from a guy that liked a lot of Adam Sandler comedies. Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison. Yeah, I liked The Wedding Singer, among others. But when he got into the Pixels and the Jack and Jills and the Ridiculous Six and all that stuff, that's my boy. It was terrible, unfunny, cringe-inducing, just Hubie Halloween, awful, unfunny BS. But then when he did a film like Uncut Gems, it was great to see Adam just... I liked Punch Drunk Love back in the day, which was more of a different, serious movie. And I thought he did a good job in that. I thought he did a good job on Uncut Gems. So like I said, I would prefer him going more in that direction. And this is a film that also has Queen Latifah as his wife. Ben Foster, as I guess you'd call the villain in the movie. Robert Duvall plays Ben Foster's dad. You do have Jaleel White. Steve Urkel is in the movie. Like, Jaleel White's in this. I mean, he doesn't have a lot to do, but it's like, oh shit, this is Jaleel White. You know, Family Matters, Steve Urkel. Okay. And, of course, because it's basketball, you have a lot of basketball players. You have a lot from the 76ers, because Adam Sandler's character works for the Philadelphia 76ers. So you got Doc Rivers, Tobias Harris, Maxey, that stuff. I don't think didn't see a lot of Joel Embiid. Or maybe I just wasn't, I missed him for some reason, I don't know. But you also have cameos by, I think, Dirk Nowitzki. Inside the NBA, like Shaquille O'Neal, Charles Barkley, they make a cameo appearance. Kenny Smith, which is weird because he plays a different character, but then they showed the Inside the NBA, which Kenny Smith's a part of. But when they go to Inside the NBA, they don't have Kenny Smith there. They just have Shaq, Ernie, and Charles Barkley. So he's part of Inside the NBA, but they took him out and have him play a different character who's like a former college friend of, Adam Sandler's character. Dr. J, Julius Erving, he's in the film. So definitely a lot of, basketball personalities. And the plot's nothing to run home about. It's predictable. It's cliche. In a weird way, it made me think of like a better version of the Air Up There, that Kevin Bacon Disney movie. I don't know if people remember that, but it was Kevin Bacon as this guy looking for talent for basketball. He finds this guy, and then the guy's trying to figure out how to deal with the basketball and the different culture. Again, this is kind of like the Air Up There, but I always call it a better version of the Air Up There. Because I thought this one has a bit better cinematography, a bit better camera work. And Adam Sandler, I think he gives a good performance. And that's really the main thing I liked about it. I wouldn't say I loved the film. I thought it was okay. I would never see the film again. I would say Uncut Gems was much more striking of a dramatic role for Adam. But I definitely think Adam is the best part of this movie. Now also, it helps that I'm into basketball. I haven't watched much of basketball. I mean, I just don't have time to watch basketball. But I do like the game of basketball. And I'm not even a big sports guy. But the one sports I do like is basketball. I do. You know, I like Charles Barkley, Michael Jordan, and the like. So that also helps as well. I do think you can like it without knowing basketball, but again, as a guy that likes basketball, it made me enjoy it even more. So again, the story is that Adam Sandler is a scout for the Philadelphia 76ers. You get a funny scene early on where he's talking to a guy, and the guy's like, I'm 22 years old. Oh, really? Huh. Because we can't bring people in if they're over 22. No, I'm 22. Then this kid, who's this kid? Oh, it's my kid. What? How old is he? 10. And he looks nothing like 10. And I was like, okay, yeah, 10, okay, yeah. I thought that was a funny way to open it. And one thing leads to another, and he finds this new guy, character named Bo. I forget the actual. It's played by an actual basketball player. No, he's not an acting great, but he was serviceable. He did fine for what he needed to do. He was, like I said, serviceable. It's like, oh, this guy's great. We gotta bring him in. Toss with the guy's family. And the mom's like, well, he's got a job. Well, if he gets in, it pays like $900,000 a year. And the mom's like, okay, he'll call in sick. So he's trying to get this guy to be seen. The person he trusts is Robert Duvall, a higher up guy who trusts Adam Sandler's judgment. Robert Duvall's son is played by Ben Foster, who I like. I like Ben Foster. I mean, I like Robert Duvall as well from Days of Thunder, among others, but yeah, I like Ben Foster. I liked him in Pandorum and other stuff. He's a good actor. He was in Hostage with Bruce Willis. Pandorum with Dennis Quaid and Ben Foster, underrated film. One thing leads to another, Robert Duvall's character dies, so Ben Foster takes over, and he has his animosity to Adam Sandler's character. I thought that was the weakest part of the movie. It felt like they only did that because they felt the movie needed a villain. I don't think the movie needed a villain. The villain could be just how hard it is to get into this league in the first place. The villain could be... Well, I thought when they had this bits where the guy's playing, this guy's trash talking him and talking about his mom, and the guy loses focus. That's all you needed for the opposition and the having to overcome the culture, having to overcome how street ball and maybe have to play more by the rules. That's another thing they could have implemented. Where street ball, you'd get away with more stuff, but here there's a lot more rules and restrictions. You gotta pick your battles with that. I think they could have put that more into it, and more about NBA and street ball, how different they are. And I think that should have been more of the focus and not on, Ben Foster as this villain who, to me, I'm sitting there going, this guy's just being a prick because his dad liked him. But it's not really going to service your fundamentals either. I mean, there's even a pick where you chose and didn't work out well, and you kind of thought you should have listened to Adam Sandler. I thought it was just a waste of Ben Foster's talent. It was a waste of Ben Foster's talent. Anybody could play the role. And again, it just felt like it needed there because we need a villain. And then he disappears anyway. Like, near the third act, he kind of disappears and just fades away. Oh, okay, it was one of my neighbor's roosters. Even they're pissed off at the waste of Ben Foster. They must have overheard, wait a minute, what? Ben Foster's wasted? What the fuck? I know. So that to me was the weakest part of the movie. The strongest part was Adam Sandler, his performance. You can tell he's a guy that has a passion for basketball, as Adam does in real life. In real life, he has a big passion for basketball. You can see it in the film. And I like, for example, the scene where he talks to the bow guy and talks about how he had his chance in college and there's a drunk driving and he fucked up and he hurt himself and That led to his team probably losing and fucked up his career. So then he got into this instead of being a player. And or there's a bit where he's talking to Bo and going, "You want to quit, huh? You want to quit?" Just let me tell you, obsession beats talent every time. And I'm obsessed with this game. I love this game. Huh? Do you love this game? Because if you don't, wait, what do you say? You sure you don't sound like a kitten? Like, Adam Sandler worked in that front. And, he's able, like, this is the Adam Sandler I want to see more. The everyman guy who, at times, to have a fun piece of dialogue. Like, he's trying to get the guy to get used to trash talk. So he's like, yeah, well, your mom's a whore. Why'd you say that? Because, hey, people don't say mean things to you. And, like, each shot he misses, he's got to go up and down the bleachers. It's okay, your mom's not a whore. Because whores get paid. But she gives that fat ass out for free. Like, that was very funny. I thought that was one of the best bits in the movie for me. Like, I did laugh at that. And the guy, like, playfully tries to run after him. I thought the chemistry between him, Adam Sandler, and the basketball player worked well enough. Like I said, it has some good cinematography. And the basketball scenes where the camera will go over here and pull out for shots to make it look for the audience to see that they actually go in. There's no tricks to it. Queen Latifah, I mean, she's there. She's fine. She does a fine enough job. The other little bit with Adam Sandler, he's away from work a lot, so he's away from his family a lot. And he wants to be an assistant coach, and he gets the job, and then Ben Foster takes it away to be a scout again. And, like, Queen Latifah says something, you should call him, and, take this fat ass over there. She has a bit of attitude, but it's not overdoing it. She's pretty much there for support on Adam Sandler. Again, there's not a whole lot for Queen Latifah to do, but she's fine. Like I said, I don't think we needed the whole Ben Foster villainous character. You just have the realities of the game and why people do and don't make it. Take a page out even from Hoops Dreams or some of the other stuff. Those documentaries. Like, take a page from that or stuff. Which I like Hoops Dreams. I just don't think it needed to be that long of a movie, and I did it because it's so many years is covering. So one thing leads to another, and he's not Pitt. So they try to do some viral marketing with the help of Dr. J, Julius Irving, where, yeah, he's the boa constrictor, because when he gets, you can't get out, and for anyone who makes a basket, we'll pay you $50. If you do this, you get $100. If you win a game, you get $1,000. And so it's like a montage of him playing street ball and being filmed and this viral marketing. Again, some of it with the viral marketing, like when people react, it's not as genuine. Like, as much as I like Shaq and Charles Barkley, like how they're talking about this guy, you can tell that they're acting, they're not being natural. Like, you look at the way like Charles Barkley is on the inside of the NBA, but then in the movies, like, he's very stiff. As like, they should sign this guy. I'm like, that's not Charles Barkley. He never is like very stiff and talk like that. And I love Charles Barkley. It was like, it's like he's frozen. It's like, if I say something bad, like if I screw up, I'm like, you should just have him be loose and goofing off with Shaq. Like, that would have made it, I think, a better scene. Jaleel White, I mean, he's there pretty much to play like a kiss-ass to Ben Foster's character. And there's a point like when Adam Sandler's character quits, and then that's where you get to wanting to help this guy succeed, and he gets a few more opportunities. Like I said, it's pretty predictable. You know where it's going, pretty much. I thought Kenny Smith was actually pretty good as the college friend. I did like the scene where they're talking, and he's trying to get Adam Sandler to look at girls, and he's like, no, if I do that, my wife, she don't kick the shit out of me. And then Titty Smith's like, okay, just please, at least please look at these titties. Like the way he said out there, please look at these titties behind you, please. And he looks, it's very like, it's old people. It's like, yeah, I do get behind those titties, yeah. Yeah, they kind of look like yours. Yeah, I'm about 2 sandwiches away from from them titties. Yeah, about 2 sandwiches away. So I thought that was a funny bit. Like, there's moments like that I thought worked well. And again, I kind of would have liked it more if it was just Adam Sandler and Kenny Smith working with this guy and going through all the ups and downs of the NBA. But on the flip side, because you're working with the NBA, you can't make the NBA look that bad. I think that's one of the issues with the film, is because they did so much of the NBA cooperation with all these higher-ups and stuff, they can't make the NBA, you can't really have any critiques about it. You can't really have any hard edge, like Blue Chips. That's a Nick Nolte film about college basketball, directed by William Friedkin, and about the real, like, in and out of college basketball, and you're not supposed to pay someone to do it, and so it plays a bit safe. It doesn't have the edge of a Blue Chips. So it doesn't have the crazy, entertaining dialogue of White Man Can't Jump. It doesn't have the edge of Blue Chips. It's predictable. It's cliche. Like I said, it plays it safe. But at the same time, if you want to see Adam Sandler do more of a dramatic role, it's at least worth a watch for that. I was entertained with at least that alone. I liked him. I liked the basketball scenario, the using real players and real stuff. The stuff between Adam Sandler and the player, that was the best part of the movie. Queen Latifah, I could take her or leave it. Ben Foster, as much as I like Ben Foster, you could have left that whole thing out. Kenny Smith, we'll like to see more of him. Overall, I mean, it's one of those uplifting stories. The underdog achieving at the end. It's sweet enough. It's competently directed. Good looking enough with the cinematography. And like I said, Adam Sandler, this is the direction I want to see him go in more. I do. No ridiculous sixes. No Hubie Halloweens. More of this. I didn't mind the Do-Over, which he did with David Spade. I didn't mind that film. I actually did not mind that one. But yeah, more into this. Like, I know back in the day, he was actually up for the Jamie Foxx role in Collateral. And as much as I like Jamie Foxx, Adam Sandler versus Tom Cruise and that could have been really interesting. Again, I like Jamie Foxx because I love Collateral. But man, again, Adam Sandler, I think he could have pulled it off. And I think that would have been really interesting. And I honestly think that would have changed his career quite a bit. So, him saying no, or maybe he was too scared to do it, I think that was a mistake in the long run. But the thing is, like, when he does this stuff, I mean, more people, even if they hate it, they talk more about his comedies than his drama. So, again, because it's a basketball thing, he's something he's very passionate about. So, but like I said, I do think it could have been better if you're able to take more chances and to the negative parts of the NBA. Because there aren't, like with everything, there's negative parts of the NBA. And there's negative parts of the politics and stuff like that. They just wanted to focus on Ben Foster, and that's that. But I think there's more they could have played off with that. But again, maybe they don't want to piss off the NBA too much. And it's produced by LeBron James. I'm glad he's not in it. He's only produced it. So like, overall, it was a decent film. It was a decent film. I doubt I'd ever see it again. But like I say, if you like Adam Sandler, you want to see him and kind of like a better version of the Air Up There, then yeah, it's worth at least a watch. It's worth at least a watch. So overall, I liked it okay. It was alright. It was decent. Like I said, I think Uncut Gems was definitely much more surprising for series Adam Sandler, but I don't think it's a bad film at all. Not at all. Again, the stuff between him and the player, I bought their friendship. I think that was the parts that worked the best. I'd rather watch this than the Creed films. Creed and Creed 2. So, Hustle. There you go. So, with that said, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.